We in here. Oh, wait. Oh, I was about to say, shoot, there's music playing. Please don't yell at me, you of the tubes. Please and thank you. Thank you and please. I don't want to get yelled at. Chest pains. Okay, how's everybody doing? Good morning. Oh, Lord, Sissy Puff is in the building too. She's here. She has arrived. Wait a minute, what is this? Why is this? I don't understand why that's doing that, actually. Hold, please. Let's see. There it goes. Okay, I don't understand what's going on. Yeah, we out here. Ew. Good morning. Good morning. It's great to stay up late. Although it'll be like afternoon for some of y'all. But you know what I mean. So we're going to give our usual like 5-10 minutes or whatever. And then we're going to get into the tea, aunties. I really sat back and thought about some things. Like I have the absolute craziest neighbors over the years. Like either living with my parents or living alone. I promised y'all the tea on the people that I rented a room in. The house that I rented a room in, I got to give the tea about, oh God, listen. The lesbians that lived underneath me, baby, listen. Yeah. I know. Good afternoon for everyone on the East Coast. Or if you're on in another country and it might be afternoon for you, good afternoon. Good morning for the rest of us because it's only 11 o'clock, you know. Like, afternoon. We only have like, I don't even know. How many more weeks is Love C? Let's see, what was that? Episode 3, right? Or episode 4? Episode 3? Episode 4. So we have 6 more weeks of us doing 11 o'clock tea times on Sundays, okay? 6 more weeks, and then we're back to our regular, schmegula time frame, okay? You know, the usual, or whatever. But yeah, like, I've had the craziest freaking neighbors. The craziest neighbors. Like, I feel like we all have had crazy neighbors. Big facts. Big facts. Yeah. I'm glad you made it home, yeah. I'm glad that I'm home. I'm glad that we're home. Is Alegna home? Do we know? Did she make it? She didn't text. Did she leave yet? Is she still turning up in Vegas? Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah. You think I can still go and use it? Oh, thank you, Erica. Thank you. I told y'all I'm trying to do my best to not look like a complete bumsicle at all times on the internet. I'm trying. Okay? That's not to say that when y'all come back to TikTok later on tonight, I might have a t-shirt on and a scarf. Who freaking knows? You know what I'm saying? But I be trying. Like, hey Willow, welcome to tea time. We normally give, like, for all the newbies coming in, we normally give like a little 10-minute grace period just to, you know, catch in, check on everybody, say what's good in case TikTok people need to come over here. And then, yeah. No, we've already checked out. That's not gonna work. Man down. Look, I have a memento from when Yaya was here. We're gonna keep it forever. She's okay. She's on the move. On the move. The one across the street from me is crazy, but one house next to me is empty and the other is basically never home. Listen, but I promise you, I just feel like everybody has crazy neighbors. At some point in their lives, y'all have kookadoo crazy ass neighbors. Big facts. Like, actually, you know what? Was I going live at that point when I lived at the apartments? I don't think I had access to go live at that point on TikTok. I think I was still growing my page. And baby, the neighbors that moved under me before I moved out, or no, they ended up getting kicked out before I left Philly. Baby, when I tell you I had to stop DV, I had to literally leave my house, go down the steps of my apartment, and stop DV. We'll get into it. Listen. Grace, welcome. I'm sorry, everybody, that I, couldn't muster up the energy and goodwill to do tea time on Wednesday, but we back, baby. We catching up. We getting it together. We getting it together. It's all right. Everything's good. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Like Sissy said, you will. You will. We good. We back in full effect. We back in full effect. Listen, I'ma sell these on the black market. I'ma sell these on the black, especially this one. That one's signed by Reggie. Who's obsessed with Reggie? I'm selling them. Well, I'm keeping Ryan because that's my little bro. And Bass, I don't know why y'all call this boy Seb, but I told him to his face, I'm not calling you Seb because I think it's stupid. I'm calling you Bass. And he was like, cool. I'm going to sell these on the black market. Reggie told me not to sell it for less than $100. So. But I'm going to keep Ryan, though. That's my homeboy. He goes on the shelf. That's my little brother. Oh my God, Willow, thank you. Not you coming over here and realizing there's a freaking chat button. Willow, thank you, my love. Ryan, you get to chill over here. There you go, Ryan. Dun, 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 dun. There you go, Ryan. Welcome to the shelf. Send me Reggie. The man said, I said, Reggie. I called him Red Flag. I said, listen here, Red Flag. You signed this here and you talking about some I love you. Listen here, Red Flag. I'm going to sell this on the black market. And he was just like, make sure you don't get less than $100. I was like, big facts. Listen. Not send me. What do you mean, Sid? Don't you have Reggie? Yeah. Yeah, I called him Red Flag the whole night. Whole day. Red Flag. You know he answered me, too. Like, I'd be like, hey, Red Flag. He'd be like, yo. Like, we calling a spade. Reggie, you know you're a red flag. If you ever seen this, you know you are a walking boy. You are a red flag incarcerated. It's insane. Okay? A hot mess. The chicks was out there dancing. Okay? They was out there clapping cheeks and doing them things. And here he go watching. And they gonna say, come on, Reggie. He like, no, I'm just gonna watch. Get your ass. I said, Reggie, go sit down somewhere. Like, go sit down somewhere. Like, a hot mess. You hear me? A whole hot mess. I have my husband in your side piece. Nah, I feel like I can get good money for this. He said I love you on it. This is good money, That's good coins. You see what I'm saying? Like, I can get some money for this. I know it. If I go on the NSB stream right now, one of them, and be like, hey, I got a signed I love you card by Reggie. $100 starting off at the auction. Let me know. I'm telling you. The girls will be like, oh, I want it. I can get some good coins for that. And you got your husband in your side, boo. You don't need Red Flag. You don't need him. Because he's him. Okay? And plus, I gave you Justin. And who else did I give you? Justin and somebody else. Whoever else I gave you, Jeff. I don't even know. I should have gave you Bass. I don't even know why I kept Bass. Maybe because he look all dark and twisty. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I gave you Ollie, right? I gave you somebody. I know it was Justin and somebody else. That's just, shenanigans. What can we do? What can you do? That thing was thangin'. That concert was wild on all sides. I mean it. No, just Justin. I thought I gave you 2. Because all I got is these 3 left. And I had 8. I gave Kane to Livy. Ryan is there. I gave you Justin. That's 3. She kept... Who did Alegna keep out of this group? I had somebody... I was like, oh, I'm missing one. Who is it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So maybe she has 2. Child, I don't even be knowing, honey. I promise you I don't even be knowing. Like, what? These little big head boys. Child, wilding all offside in the paint, okay? Like, just, Anywho, so let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. So last tea time, last Sunday, I was telling y'all how you got everyone minus Oliver. So that's 7. There's 4 in my house, and I gave you Justin. I'm missing somebody else, and I don't have them. Whoever that person is. I got Kane, him, and him. Gave you Justin. She had Ollie. Who else is missing? Child, I still don't know all their names. Oh my God. Hold on. Ryan, Bass, Reggie, Kane, Justin, Ollie. Who's the 7th ding dong? Darren. Darren. I didn't get Darren. You got Darren. Unless Manager Ty had a PC too. Child, I wouldn't freaking know. Child, I ain't got Darren. I didn't have Darren. You gotta have Darren. Why would I keep Darren? I ain't got him. Ciao, bye. Although Darren's very nice. But very nice. Anywho. I never had Darren or Ty. So, yeah, it is what it is. All right, so I'm going to play it back for everybody that wasn't here last Sunday. I rented a room, a period in my life, honey. I rented a room in a house. And in the room, I was on the 2nd level. There was a room on the 1st level next to the kitchen. And on the top level, there was 3 bedrooms and a bathroom. Okay? There was a bathroom and a bedroom, the kitchen, and the living room on the 1st floor. Okay? All right. So on the top level, I was in the back room. Next to me was a gentleman who was rarely ever there. In the front room was the woman who was, I thought, renting out the house, but really she wasn't. The landlord and or her boyfriend was who was renting out the house. She was smashing the landlord. Okay, so there's that. All right. On the bottom level underneath me, because I was at the back of the house where the kitchen and the other bedroom was a lesbian couple. Now, this was an older house. So don't you know how older houses would have the heater freights in the floor? You know what I mean? Where sometimes you could hear underneath you or above you because the little grate in the floor, like, flowed straight to the next room type time. Okay, it was like that. It was like that. Now, don't get me wrong. I was engaged at the time, so I was rarely ever home. I went to school full-time. I had a full-time job, a part-time job, and a fiance. Baby, I was rarely ever there. But when I was there, a couple nights I slept in that mug. Okay. Those lesbians had a lot going on downstairs. Do you see what I'm saying? So one particular night I came home late. It was maybe like 11:30, almost midnight. And I go in, you know, I lock my door. I go in, whoop-de-whoop. We had locks and codes and shit on our door. So I go in, I lock myself in, okay? My little room had everything it needed. The only thing I didn't have was a microwave because she was a hater. But I had a refrigerator, I had my desk, I had my dresser, I had my bed, I had my end tables, I had my music. I was chilling. Turned my music on. One thing y'all also need to know, I never took a shower in that place. Never. Ever. Okay? I had a membership to Planet Fitness that was open 24 hours. I would shower, work out, shower there, and then go back to that place. Because, I don't know, I just didn't feel comfortable taking a shower in there with random people I didn't know. I could never go to jail, okay? Facts. Like, just, it is what it is. So I go in there, put my little jams on. I'm listening to my music. I'm winding down, trying to get ready for bed or whatever. Anywho, all I hear through the vent is... I'm going to have to filter some of this out. All I hear is, don't put it there. And I'm thinking like, that could be anything, child, like whatever. And she is like, that's what you asked for. I'm putting it where you wanted it to go. And I'm like, also could still be anything. Could be like a dresser, could be a TV, could be a desk, it could be anything, okay? So I'm trying to keep an open mind, but I'm on my bed like, because my bed was like this and the door was right here and the vent was next to the closet on the back end of the wall. So I'm over here looking at the vent like, okay. Now, if I can hear them talking, y'all know they can hear my music. You can hear me on the phone, you like whatever, like you can hear, okay? So I'm like, I know y'all hear my music playing. Y'all know I'm in this mug. Like, why are y'all so loud? Like, figure y'all shit out, you know what I'm saying? So it gets quiet for a little bit. And then I hear like a large thud, like something dropped, like on the floor. So then I'm thinking like, okay, Well, they're definitely moving shit around in their room. That's what they're talking about. No big deal. And then I was immediately caught off guard with like the bed hitting the wall. And I'm like, oh no. Okay, it was what I originally thought. Man, all the way down. I did not need to hear this. This is not for me, okay? This is not my ministry. I don't need this in my life, okay? So they're doing what they're doing, okay? But the problem I really have is is that my music couldn't sound out the talking. The things being said were so reckless. Oh my God. Okay. So don't you know how like certain people like spicy talk during spicy time? Okay. And there's certain things that are said that really gets them going. I'm confused about this spicy talk. Like I think I need to ask my therapist, like, what mentally is going on with somebody if this is what they want to hear during these times? Like, I get degradation. Is that the word? Like, degrading someone, right? Like, I get that's a kink, okay? Whoop-de-whoop, live your life. But I think I'm almost positive, these types of things being said, I don't understand. I don't understand. It was like I'm almost positive she spit on her. Like I'm positive she spit on her. Like I'm positive she spit on her. Like degradation, that's the word? Okay, cool. I'm almost positive, like, cause it sounded like she hawked it. Bro, listen, like I just wanted to go to sleep. I had a long day, okay? I just wanted to go to sleep. And now my newsy ears at the good old of midnights is over here, ear on the vent, listening to these two disgusting hoochies down here doing whatever. Now here's where she goes left. Here's where it goes left. Out of nowhere, in the midst of the things being said and done and noises, there's a man's voice. I said, excuse me, bitch. Now here's the problem. Y'all know my mouth is reckless. I'm loud. I can't really hear myself most of the time, so I guess I'm loud. Thank you. And just what are you doing, Mari? Thank you. What are you doing? Okay, so my mouth is a little reckless at times, so I don't fully be paying attention. And I hear a man's voice and I'm like, oh, like in my mind, I'm like, no way. Because, okay, maybe the voice changed. Maybe there's a voice change king. Maybe there's like a sound machine, something. Okay. I'm thinking there's no way there is a third human down there. Okay. All right. And then I was wrong. And I'm going to tell y'all how I was wrong. Okay, so at the time that I heard the guy, I go, what in the... And like I said it loud, so I know they heard me because like you heard a little bit of giggling and somewhat of like silence, okay? I was like, my newsy ass need more details, so I'm gonna pretend like I'm going in the kitchen. I don't know, to do something. I don't use the kitchen. I've never used the kitchen. So I'm kind of just going down there pretending like I'm doing something in the kitchen. But really, I just need to figure out if there's a third party in here, okay? Like, that's really what it did. So my newsy ass going on down the steps, okay? And I'm in the kitchen refrigerator making it seem like I don't have any food or drinks in this refrigerator. I have a refrigerator in my room. I like... Hello? Like, I have no reason to be down there, baby. None of that stuff is mine. I'm moving things around, freaking condiments, clinking things together just to make it seem like I'm in there doing something. I moved a pan over, made it seem like I was about to cook something. Like, baby, I'm just nosy. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I need more therapy. But that's just what it is, okay? And mind you, I'm down there and I'm moving things around and I'm chilling and like trying to like listen in, and I'm listening. It was a third person. Because all I hear is, James, stop doing that. I'm like, Now listen here, James is not either one, not either one of them girls' names. Okay, neither one, not at one. Now, unless there's multiple personalities in there going on between them two, baby, I don't know who James is. But again, my newsy spirit deep in my fupa is like, girl, you need to stay downstairs so you can see when James comes out, because you're trying to see what James looks like. Like at this point, I'm invested. Do you hear me? It is 12 something in the mornings, and I gotta get up in 6 hours and go back to work, baby. Listen, I don't care. I need to know. So what do? I go back upstairs, get a book. Because I am a reader, as y'all know, like a girl loves to read, okay? I go get a book. Do you see what I'm saying? I go get a book, and I go back downstairs like a little dingbat with my water and my snacks, and I sit on a couch, cross-legged, with my music playing on my phone in this book, like. And yes, if y'all were wondering, yes, I was reading the book, actually, because I don't know how long it was going to take for them to come out. I didn't even know if it was going to be in the morning, but at this point, I'm willing to give up sleep just to see what it do when it do it. Hello? Okay? So they in there, they in there getting their lives. I'm not even fazed by that no more. We're past that now. We're past it. I'm now in the book. Like, I just want to know what James look like, because I know what these ladies look like. Okay. One gives more of, I don't know if it's politically correct for me to call her a stud, but she gives stud, masculine, hardcore energy. And the other one gives very like feminine tomboy energy. So the fact that there's a James, I want to know who James is. I want to see him with my eyeballs. He, she, they, them, I want to see. Okay, so I'm down here for an hour and 45 minutes while they in there. Okay, they in there getting their lives, their spirits, their souls, okay, are being snatched up in there. And I'm like, live your life. Okay, but at this point, I'm reading this really good book. Actually, what book was it? I can tell you what book it is, because I still own it, don't I? Or do I not have it? Oh, no, I don't think I have it anymore. I don't, actually. Oh, I don't. It was a Zane book. It was called The Hot Spot. Anywho, I was reading The Hot Spot at the time, okay? So I was halfway through this book, and I'm just like coming up to the last like 4 chapters, and then that door opened, and I'm just sitting there with my music, still snacking, drinking my water, chilling like a villain. Because it's an open space. I'm allowed to be in the living room. Like, be mad about it, okay? I don't give a damn, okay? It opens up, and the girl, tomboyish, like, femme girl, she comes out, and she goes, oh, hey. And I was like, oh, hey, how's it going? And she's like, oh, chilling. She grabs some water. She goes back in. She closes the door. And I go, I know you lying. I haven't missed out on 2 hours of sleep just for me not to see who James is. Y'all really gonna keep this all the way to the morning? Y'all don't let that person come up out of there so I can see what it is, what it isn't. But that's okay. I'm dedicated. I am dedicated. And at the time, I worked at a job where I could literally sit and do nothing. So I was like, you know what? My tired ass is gonna be at that job on a swing set, minding my black-owned business. And I'm in here, and I'm still reading. Do you know 3 pages before the ending of The Hot Spot, they all come out? They all come out, and James is a guy, and the lesbian couple comes out. But where did the 4th girl come from? Where was the 4th girl? How come I didn't hear her? Did y'all have her gagged the whole time? I'm sorry. 4 you in there? Baby, listen. They all came out. They like, hey, how you doing? I say, how you doing? Okay, first of all, let me give you the rundown. Boom. So James was like a good 5'11". You see what I'm saying? 5'10", 5'11". He was given light skin, red bone. You know what I'm saying? Fresh cut, that thing glistening. What is it glistening with? Baby, I don't know. Okay? Beard glistening. Faded for the gods. Okay? Laid and ready to go. Okay? James was looking right. Okay, white t-shirt, cargo pants. Y'all know how Southwest Philly do. Okay, like it is what it is. Okay, he's strolling on out. All right, okay, boom. The lesbian couple, they look how they look. They look how they always look. Like ain't nothing special with them. And then the girl that I didn't know that was in there. Hello, okay, baby, are you all right? Are you okay? Subtitles will be available tomorrow. Are you all right? Are you okay? And the whole time, she's very small. She's very petite. She's not young. Don't get it messed up. She's just a petite girl, okay? And she real chocolate. Ooh, that smooth chocolate, okay? That Lupita skin, honey. Just real chocolate and smooth, okay? And she real calm and she just, hi. And I'm like, oh, hey, how are you? And I go back into this book. They leave. Because I need to calculate everything that I just seen, baby, I finish the book, close it, throw my snack wrapper in the trash, grab my water, go back upstairs, go in my room and go, where was the girl the whole time? I promise you to this day, I want to know what happened to that girl. Did y'all gag her the whole time? I could not hear her voice, okay? And was she even in there? Did she osmosisly appear? Baby, hello? To this day, I wish I could run into them lesbian couples and be like, hey, what did y'all do with that little petite girl? Like, why didn't I hear her when I heard y'all? Like, all three of y'all voices were very well heard. But her... maybe she was recording. These are the questions. Do you see what I'm saying? I got questions. Did she Houdini in that mug? I got so many questions. Y'all gotta remember, this was back then when OF wasn't a thing. It was Cornhub, okay? You know what I mean? Like, that wasn't a thing back then, okay? So, like, where are you making it? Where is it going? I just want to know. I just want to know what that fourth girl was doing. The third girl. James also, you was putting in that work. That's what it sounded like. James and the stud chick was putting in that work. Okay? That's what it sounded like. So I don't really know. There was a fourth chick in there that I wasn't prepared for when they came out. Right. Let's just say a month later, I moved out of there. So that was the craziest night of my existence in there, I feel like. That, and when I figured out that the woman in the front room was actually sleeping with the landlord. And she wasn't the landlord. That threw me off real bad. I was just like, she was just like, oh, this is the landlord. And I was like, I thought you were the landlord. And she was like, no, this is my man. He's the landlord. Excuse me, bitch? Okay. All right. Free rent, place to lay your head, and that's one period. Okay? I'm not here to judge. Live your life, baby. Live your life. You hear me? Okay? Except for when they lived their lives together. Thank God they had loud music, but it wasn't loud enough. She got a big mouth. I need her to shut up. I needed her to shut up a couple times. She was too loud, and it was gross. Okay, Anywho, let's move on to the apartment that I lived at. The first apartment me and Jay ever only lived in, our own apartment. Okay? I liked my apartment. For the most part, my apartment was fine. I had no beef with what was going on in there. The prices was a little steep, which I didn't like, but outside of that, also there were squirrels eating at the corner of our bedroom all the time and digging through the brick. Now that was a reason for me to snap out on them on a regular basis and then having to cut my rent, okay? But outside of that, it was fine. Let me tell y'all about this good old night. Let me tell y'all something real quick, okay? All right, check your mailbox for a email. Okay, I'll do that. Okay, so listen, hi, Pooh. Okay, there was my apartment complex, okay? They had buildings A, B, C, D, and E. And the apartments went like this. This was my apartment building that's connected. It does an L shape. Then there's another one that does a straight L shape. L shape, L shape. Okay? Okay? All right? All right. So, James have a happy ending? I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did. Okay? So across from me, because my apartment's here, across from me, okay, one of the L-shaped buildings. All right. One of the L-shaped buildings had a couple that lived on the top floor. Underneath them was an Indian couple who had very like sweet kids. On top, there was a Caucasian couple. Now, the Indian couple was living there before we even moved in. So they've been there for a little bit probably. The Caucasian couple who lived above them had only been there maybe like a year or so. But what we noticed was they love to get fucked up. Like they love to turn up upstairs. Do you see what I'm saying? Also, the big thing is we had little balconies and we weren't allowed to have like grills, and you weren't allowed to have like those little fire pits. You're not allowed to have that on the balcony. That's like a big no-no. You know what I mean? Because fire, you know what I'm saying? So anywho, they bought this little mini fire pit from wherever, and they kept using it. Okay. So one day, the Indian couple downstairs was like, hey, hello, earring that doesn't want to stay in my ear. How rude. So the Indian couple goes, hey, listen, y'all not supposed to be using those. Please stop using it because the smoke lingers inside the apartment. You know what I mean? Like so these apartments were set up where there's a door. You walk into a little tiny vestibule and you'll have 4 doors or 3 doors if you're on a corner. So you have 4 doors to 4 different apartments, 2 upstairs, 2 downstairs. Okay. That's how it was. So what she was saying was the smoke was getting in the vestibule, which eventually, as you open your doors, would get into your apartment. So like chill out because you're not supposed to have them. So I guess when she decided she wanted to say something to him, which baby, I was on my balcony. I heard the whole thing. She was very respectful. She wasn't rude. She was like, hey, listen, guys, y'all not supposed to have that. And the smoke is getting inside the area down here. And I don't want it in our apartments. Can you please stop using it? I'm assuming she was intoxicated because the lady upstairs went off. Okay, like, you're not gonna tell me what to do. You're not gonna tell me what to do. Like, ran. Okay, rah, system Mumbai type shit. Okay, and the woman is just staring at her like, why are you yelling? Why are you screaming? What is this about? I just asked you not to use it. You're not allowed to use it. It's in our lease. So I'm like, oh, they about to get property management involved. She gonna snitch, okay? That's what I knew was coming. So she sure did. She called property management, okay? Now, here's the thing. The property office was closed, but one of the property like representatives lived on the property outside of the maintenance guys. So she had to come up out her house at like 9 something, almost 10 o'clock at night to go tell them to put that away because you're not allowed to have it. You could be fined or kicked out of your apartment. Baby, that set that woman off even further. Got the boyfriend involved. They all screaming, rah, rah, rah. Do you know they start throwing things off their balcony at the leasing office lady and the people downstairs? She dumped a bucket of water over the balcony trying to hit the lady underneath her. She threw her kid's bike at the leasing office lady. A bike. Like a bike with what is it called? Like training wheels. With training wheels, and just threw it at her. Like, and I'm on my balcony like, nah, look, again, I'm newsy, okay? Right? So I'm on the balcony. Jay is asleep. Okay, baby, I gotta go wake this man up. You see what I'm saying? I go, my little ass in the apartment. Hey, hey, look, hey, listen. Tea is piping hot. You gotta get up. And he's like, what are you talking about? I said, they out here tussling. They throwing bikes off of balconies, all types of shit. You gotta get out here. And he like, nah, I'm not worried about it. Whatever. A few moments later, who comes shuffling his ass to the balcony, hearing all the commotion going on. And what's going on out here? I said, I knew your ass was coming. Listen, let me tell you what happened. So I had to catch him up, okay? She's still rambling on. The boyfriend is like, you not gonna kick me out? This much, I paid for this, going ahead. And I'm like, oh, they going to jail. They're going to jail. Now, listen, at this time, I did drink a little bit more, and I used to smoke Black and Miles with my husband. Don't come for me, okay? And yeah, at that time, I didn't have a drink, but I definitely had like a little bit of food. Like I had a piece of chicken, and he lit a black, and we were just, that's great. Look, she going to jail, babe. She going to jail. Mind you, all the neighbors were outside on their balconies or on their front porches, like, because she threw a pot, like one of those pasta pots that you fill up with all the water, put your pasta in to cook it. She threw one of them at them. It ain't had nothing in it, but she threw that, okay? She threw a broom. She tried to hit the lady underneath her with like, I'm not positive it was a pack of chicken, but I'm telling you it looked like a pack of chicken. Like she went in her freezer and pulled chicken out and tried to like bop her with it. Like, and me and Jay just on a balcony like, if she don't go to jail, I don't know what's going on. And he like, this bitch is wild. Look at the boy. Like, and we just on the porch, just, mind you, Libby sleep. Okay, but we just, that's a mess. You want to get some water? Can you get me a water? Like, that. I'm trying to tell y'all, that's who my late husband was. We are some two newsy Aquarius little bitches. Just in there, just, that's good. Give me some water. Yeah, give me a bottle. Then we hear the sirens. So the popos show up. So now I know it's about to get real in the pen. Because listen, we lived in a semi-suburban area outside of Southwest Philadelphia. So there's Southwest Philadelphia, there's Yaden, and then there's Delaware County, okay? We lived in Delaware County, all right? Okay, so, they don't really have nothing to do in Delaware County. It ain't a lot going on. Most things that happened in Delaware County was a lot of domestic violence calls, okay? But people wasn't getting robbed and like shot up. Like there wasn't a thing in Delaware County. It wasn't like that. So when you call them, they got nothing but time. And baby, when you call them, everybody's coming because they're bored and they ain't got nothing else to do. Okay, so baby, when I tell you they showed up, there's multiple entrances to our apartment area because in the middle was a playground and a grass area. So there's multiple entrances. Baby, the cops was coming from every entrance. Do you see what I'm saying? They showed up, they pulled up, they spaced out. They're talking to them like, you need to calm down and you need to come down off the balcony because they're thinking if they try to go up, because they're on the second floor, you have to go through that main door, through their door, up steps. That is a liability. They can mess around and get shot. They can get something thrown at them if they try to go up those steps because there was a little ledge where you can look over and like see whoever's coming up your steps. At the end of the day, it's dangerous, right? So then they got to figure out how they going to get up there and get these two nutbags up out of here because they're not letting up. They are screaming. They are throwing shit. They are throwing shit at the cops. I think she threw a pencil at the one like lady underneath her. She was grabbing whatever she could. At this point, it was whatever she saw in her vision, she threw it. Okay? And I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me. Eventually, she threw the chair on her balcony that she was sitting in. She threw that at one of the lieutenant cops. Okay? Like, baby, whatever drugs or alcohol they was on it. My child's sitting there looking crazy. Anywho, baby, they was throwing all types of stuff. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, they did not care if it was the cops. They don't care if it was a lieutenant. They don't give a dang. They going in. So now at this point, me and Jay like, oh, we sick of this. Like, we need them to go ahead and do what they need to do up in here because we getting tired. Well, what do y'all think? What was if y'all were in here, what was the initial factor about this story? The woman underneath said, please stop using your tiny little fire pit because it's adding smoke. That was the original part of the story. Guess what never happened in the midst of this? Them putting out the fire pit. What happened? Somehow that fire pit got knocked over and set her blinds on fire. The blinds that hang from the balcony set them on fire. Now the apartment's on fire. And not just like, oh, it's smoking. No, baby, flames. Whoom. Like, you would have thought the damn blinds were like a fire retardant. It set that shit ablaze. She goes running in. He's screaming, grab the kids. Here's what's wild. I know they were intoxicated or on some drugs. There was no kids in there with them. They had kids, but the kids wasn't home. Don't ask me where the kids was. That's not my ministry. I'm telling you there were no kids there that day. No kids. None. Okay? So why are you in there yelling, get the kids? Me and Jay at that point, we're now standing up like, oh shit. Like, okay? Now the fire department is on their way because thank God they're right up the street. So they coming, right? And now the cops are waiting for them to run out. They bust through the front door, telling them to get out, get out, get out. They're not going in. They don't have fire gear on. So they're not going in to go get them. They're yelling at the bottom of the steps like, let's go, get out. They don't get out. They don't get out. They really don't. The fire department gets there. They got their shit on. They run up there to go grab these two dingbats. The woman is passed out, probably from inhaling too much smoke. You morons. Okay? And then the guy, he comes walking out like, you know, with his arm over the shoulder of one of the firefighters. Once again, no kids. I would like to say rest in peace to their cat. The cat didn't make it. Okay? However, now we just out here like, because now the fire department is involved. They got to put out that flame. They got to have everything checked. So the people who live upstairs next door, downstairs, and in the middle, everybody's got to get the hell out. So now you done woke up all 5 of these apartments and have to make all of them get out with their families and their pets, okay? Because you knocked over the thing you weren't supposed to have that she asked you not to fucking use to begin with, and you done started a damn fire. Now, what makes me more irritated is that at that time, you know that meme that's like, oh my God, it's a fire. That wasn't existing yet. That would have been the perfect video. Like, that would have been perfection. Do you see what I'm saying? At least they waited till the kids were home to get lit. I guess. They were lit all the time though, sissy. It wasn't just that one time. They was lit with the kids home. Like, they just, okay? They just, them, okay? So now, the fire department's out here, smoke is going, they get the fire under control. Boom. Now they got to do a full inspection. You got the fire marshal out here to clear it so everybody else can go into their apartments. That took like an hour and some change. Jay like, all right, let me know. I'm going back to bed. Because he got work in the morning, baby. But we stayed out there for a good 2 hours. Do you see what I'm saying? And I was like, this is wild and all offsides, baby. Anywho, he goes back to bed. I'm still out there because at the time I was a stay-at-home mom. I ain't got no job but to take care of my baby. And at this very moment, my baby sleep. Okay? Monica! Not FB. Look at the name. Thank you, Monica, for gifting a membership. But like literally just shenanigans. You hear me? Okay? So now they get it all together. They let people back into their apartments. They arrest them 2 idiots. And that's the night. Now, the next day, honey, when I leave up out of there to go to the grocery store, you see what I'm saying? I got the crust. I'm in the car. Okay? Boom. I go to the grocery store. I come back. I bring in crust first, and then I'm going to get the bags. Okay? Okay. So I'm going to get the bags. And my neighbor downstairs, which was an older woman and her father at the time, she was like, did you hear about everything that happened? I slept. I said, baby, I was up for the whole thing. Let me tell you. So then we kick in, and she goes, well, let me tell you what I found out. Because she was like this with the people in the office, okay? Because I don't be talking to them like that, especially when I owe people money, like rent and stuff. Baby, I don't be talking to y'all hoes. Listen, it was a different time. You know what I'm saying? So anywho, so she was like, well, let me tell you what the office told me, okay? So not only did they get arrested for attempted arson, I said, well, damn, okay, right? She was like, not only is that going down, apparently he had 3 warrants in 2 other states. I said, excuse me, for what? What was the warrants for? Baby, one was kidnapping. One was kidnapping. Lady, you have your child around a man who has a warrant for kidnapping? Ladies and gentlemen, stay off the drugs. Do you see what I'm saying? Stay off the drugs. That man has a warrant for kidnapping and you have him around your kids? You psycho.
Do you think this studio is still good?
Yes. Oh my God. Is that a Dom Chronicles email? We got a new Dom Chronicles, y'all. Thank you. That's my question. Where's your baby at? She had 2 daughters. One was around Olivia's age at the time, and one was a little younger, maybe a year or so younger. Where are your daughters? Because now you're in jail. Who has your babies? Hello? Guess what? Questions we never figured out. I never saw them little girls again. And the only thing I saw from that apartment after this whole thing was when the maintenance team was going in there and throwing everything out and stripping the walls and all of that because of the smoke and redoing the roof. I promise you, I never figured out where the girls were, if they were okay, what happened to him, what happened to her. No clue. Never saw them again. I lived there 7 years. That was in the first year and a half of me living there. I was there for 7 years, baby. 6 years. 7 years. No, 7 years. Because Livy was 2 weeks old when we moved in there. 7 years. I was there 7 years. To this day, no freaking idea. No idea. None. Zero. Zilch. Okay, checking my email. We got a Dom Chronicle story. I know I said neighbor edition, but I'm sorry, it's Dom Chronicles. I gotta read it. If y'all new here and y'all don't know what Dom Chronicles are, I need y'all to go back to episode 1 of Tea Time and listen to like the first like 8 or 9 tea times, because Dom Chronicles is a series. And baby, we miss Kirsten, okay? That's the name I gave her, okay? Her name is Kirsten. And Kirsten has had a life. Do you see what I'm saying? She has had so many amazing and interesting things. And now we have another Dom Chronicles. So we gonna get excited about it, okay? We gonna be pumped. What do you mean calm down, bro? Find something to do. Go play in traffic, okay? Thank you. Appreciate you. Go away. Anyway, here we go. I gotta read Dom Chronicles. We getting off of neighbors at the moment. This story may be why my sister and I don't get along. Here we go. I was doing a special demonstration in my hometown. Now, I always wear a mask as part of my outfits. As soon as you said you always wear a mask, you know what I immediately thought of? Mortal Kombat. Sonya. Like, Caitlin, you in here? Finish him. I immediately think of Sonya with the mask. And the Chicana night. Listen. Don't ask. Anywho, the night my regular got sick at the last minute, so I had to use a club regular. If you don't know about Dom Chronicles, I'm telling you, Katana wins. I swear to God. Like, okay, moving on. I can't. Now, I am not good at remembering faces, but something about this man, we will call him Xavier, was familiar. First of all, I love the name Xavier. And I'm not really sure if it's an X-Men reason, but I generally do really love the name Xavier. I feel like it has a je ne sais quoi to it. Like it has a swag to it. You know what I'm saying? Like if your name is Xavier and you ain't got no swag, I kind of feel bad for you because your name gives off like pussy. Like it gives. Like it's given, I don't know. Anywho, so we talking about Xavier, y'all. Here we go. Now, I go through my usual prep and boundaries with Xavier. So we started playing. If y'all don't know, y'all better go back and watch it. Okay. I used a spread bar in my special ring. I had this man begging and calling for Jesus. Several years later, I'm visiting my family and my sister comes in with her new man. I keep looking at him because I know the face, but can't place it. Oh my God, is your sister now boinking Xavier? Did you tell, I'm about to finish reading it. Did you tell her that you had Xavier begging and pleading and what he really liked? Now, everyone is chilling, watching football, and he screams, go! I can't say that word. Jesus. That's when it hits me who this Xavier is. Now, I don't say anything. I go about my day. When they're leaving, he turns to me saying, "Are you playing still? If so, I would love a second chance." Now, if you want more, subscribe to CC on all platforms. Till next time, Kirsten. Kirsten! Kirsten, that's really how you gonna end that? Kirsten, that's really how you gonna end that? He asked you if you still playing because he want a second chance, and that's it. We not gonna know what. Not the cliffhanger. You know what? At this point, it's real disrespectful. It's real disrespectful at this point. Like, why? Like. Tori said, if you don't send it right now, Kirsten, you're not going to rest in these puff streets until we know what happened. And it better be that you told your sister and that you talked. Actually, you know what? Kirsten, if you in here, let me tell you something. Kirsten, let me tell you something. Listen. I know how to fix your relationship with your sister. Are you ready? Teach your sister what Xavier likes. Teach your sister how to be a dom the way Xavier likes it. And y'all be cool. Y'all be like this. Tight. And YouTube hit you with an ad, man down. Listen here, Kirsten. If you teach your sister how to handle Xavier the way you handle Xavier, their relationship will be like this. And then y'all would be closer as sissies. You know what I'm saying? It's just a thought. I'm just throwing it out there in the streets. But that's messed up. How you gonna leave us on a cliffhanger? Kirsten. Here we go. Using the super chats. Thank you, Kendra. Everybody like the super chat. Puffs love a good super chat. For everybody that's new in here, if you don't know what a super chat or a super sticker is, it's pretty much you literally spending money to say something funny. That's what the Puffs use it for. Normally, it's supposed to be to support the creator, but we use it for giggles at this point. Like, it's conversation. Kirsten, I'm telling you, what's today, Sunday? By Wednesday, we better have a part 2. Do you see what I'm saying? We best to have a part 2. Because at this point, we need to know. And I'm telling you, if you just teach your sister how to dom, I'm telling you, y'all be in there. Because then if you think about it, everybody's happy. He's happy. She's happy. Y'all now got something in common. She can learn from you. And like, I'm just saying, it's a thought. I guess I'm going to have to call Kirsten because, how you going to do us like that? How you going to do us like that, Kirsten? You know what? I haven't done this in a while. God damn it. Like, and what makes me even more mad is that you had to hear him go, God, Jesus, for you to, well, I mean, that'll do it. That'll bring back, that'll spark some memories. That's wild on all sides. I can't. Erica! Not the extended version. We need the extended version, Kirsten. Okay? It's a feeling. We need the extended version. It can't be taught. Listen. Some of it can, though. Like, some of it can, sissy. And also, sometimes it's a inner thing that hasn't been tapped into, so you don't know you can do it until you know you can do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Some of it can be taught. Not as good as her, but like the basics. And at this point, is your sister not talking to you because you told her that you be bending him over backwards in all types of strange situations and you're still doing it? Oh, the tea. It's reckless. That's reckless. It's wild on all sides. I like it. I appreciate it, but it's reckless. Yeah. That's, Kirsten, I expect that part 2 on Wednesday, ma'am. Or at this point, you want to fight me. At this point, you just letting me know that you want to fight me. And if that's all you wanted, that's all you had to say. At this point, is that you wanted to tussle. And you know what I'm saying? I'm down. The fuck? like, we need to know. And tell your sister it ain't your fault. Because that was in the past. Unless it's not in the past and it's in the current. See, decision. Like, is it current? Is that why she don't like you? Like, are you still bending him over backwards? That's why she not fucking with you? Like, I'm just trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? See, Kirsten, there's so many questions. You know what I'm saying? Yes, listen to Kirsten and, subscribe to all platforms. But what I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying? I wonder if the sister is a prude. Ooh. See, these are things. Is she vanilla? Oh, you have a deadline, Kirsten. Kirsten, you got a deadline. Is your sister a prude, and that's why he coming back to you, begging and pleading like Keith Sweat? You know what I'm saying? Like, we have so many questions. So many questions need to get answered here today. You know what I mean? It's just like, we appreciate you, but we need that. Anyway, Puffs, listen, if you're not a member of the YouTube Puffs, please consider it. There's 4 different tiers. Thank you guys for sending super chats. I love your faces. I will see y'all on Wednesday, Pooh. Make sure y'all get y'all emails in. Oh, Sissy Puff came up with a good idea. Are you ready? So one of the tea times next week can be forbidden love stories. Who have stories about them being in a relationship they fucking shouldn't be? Y'all should go ahead and send those stories. Okay. The email to send your tea, okay, is in the bio of the YouTube channel. Who can love you like me? Nobody. Apparently not your sister, Kirsten. Your sister is vanilla as vanilla gets, Jesus. Clearly this ain't the same thing. It's not. Yeah. So if we get enough forbidden love stories, then I'll specify which tea time will be forbidden love stories, honey. Yeah. I ain't got none of those, so I can't even pull none out the bag. Actually, I do got one, but that's not forbidden love. That's just you openly being a side bitch and then being mad about it. So yeah, I ain't got no forbidden love story. So this is on y'all. If y'all want that episode, let me know, hunties. I will see y'all on Wednesday, Poos. Wandy, good day. Episode 4 reaction will be up in a couple of hours. I'll see y'all on TikTok today. Because, should we go beat up on Chad again some more? Because that's a good time on TikTok. Like, me messing with Thumbelina is the best. But then I'm starting to feel bad. You know what I mean? Like, I'm starting to feel like in my fupa that it's really making him sad. You know what I mean? Spill the deets. No, that's not forbidden love. That's just, just a bitch being a side bitch and then being mad that, like, it just, child, honey. We'll talk about it, honey. We'll talk about it on Wednesday. I'll give y'all that story. Like, that's somebody else's story. It damn sure ain't mine. Because I've never been nobody's goddamn side bitch. But I just, not that I know of. But I have so many opinions on shit like that, child. Where has Keith been at? Who the hell is Keith? Who the hell is Keith? Keith? Have I been with somebody named Keith? Fuck is Keith? Erica, who the hell is Keith? I'm so confused. Oh, him. Listen, he's not on my backup account. I gotta add him. I have to go into his live and tell him to add me. Yeah, Mr. I want Erica to do it. I want to see her do it. Erica was like, is he clapping? Drop. And I was like, oh. Baby, TikTok be wilding all off sides. You know what I'm saying? Sweat girl. Who's sweating? Yeah, Mr. Keith with the clapping. Mr. Keith, yeah, yeah. Mr. Keith, yeah, we're going to have to get him. I'm going to have to go on my backup into the creators that I normally battle on my main account, have them follow me on my backup so I could battle them on my backup. He's been on. I've seen him on live. He's been battling. I got y'all. We're going to try to make that happen tonight. We're going to try to get Mr. Clappy Clappy. Now, here's the kicker, though. The Puff's got to come correct because he does have smoke sometimes. We ain't just going to be able to keep whooping ass, I don't think. So we got to come correct. We can't be out here looking crazy. But we going to handle it tonight, baby. We're going to handle it tonight. Make sure y'all like and share Tea Time, y'all. And like and share the videos. And make sure y'all go into the community post. We be in there chit-chatting. Go in there, chit-chatting, click-clack. Y'all, we be talking. Anywho, I love y'all. I'll see y'all later. Have an amazing Sunday. Or Monday if you're in another country. Like you.